Alright, hey, what's up guys? Just going back to Tsukihime, piece of Blue Glass Moon. Last time we finished off the 4th day again, which was pretty much all the same. But yeah, now we're on to day 5, which I'm kind of thinking day 5 is also going to be mostly the same. We might get one new scene. Like, I think there might be one choice we can do that we'll see something different. Yeah, no, wait, no, yeah, because today is the day we go out looking, right? And we go to that one building, and CL is gonna be there this time, right? I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I believe so. Arcueid's room doesn't exactly scream vampire. I wasn't in the right state of mind last. Yeah, the whole murder thing, yeah. So I didn't get a good look, but it's just a normal apartment. There isn't a bottle of blood in sight. No mysterious sculptures or antiques either. You know what comes to mind with that description that he was expecting? The Castle Domitresque from Resident Evil Village. Eating? I don't know, what do you think she needs him for? I muttered to myself as I lay her down on the bedsheets. Arcueid might be light, but that doesn't make it any less exhausting to have carried her all the way here. Yeah, I plant myself right there on the floor and catch my breath. It's just about 7 o'clock. I force one last ounce of strength into my tired bones and shut the curtains. And with that, my body finally releases the tension it had been holding on to all this time. Yeah, you probably pretty slumped, huh? As I try to sit back down, my knees give out and send me crashing down onto the floor. I mean, I wouldn't say pathetic, but I don't know. Ever since my accident, my body's been slow to heal from injuries. Though that was never the cause for me to shy away from working out. The Arimas had a dojo, so I always made sure to exercise as much as I could. Even a common cold can be dangerous if you don't take care of yourself. But since I've kept active, I'd say I'm about as fit as anyone. It's just my stamina that's awful. Like an athlete geared for a single sport, I'm a sprinter that isn't going to be winning any marathons. Now that I'm lying on the ground, there's no way I'm getting up again. I spent the entire night talking to Arcueid, and it's been a full day since I had anything decent to eat. It's kind of amazing that I've managed to hold out this long, frankly. Oh, I'm sure she'll be fine. Not like I haven't already seen this before or anything to know that. I steal a glance at the girl on the bed. Her abdomen seems to have stopped bleeding, and if she can come back to life after being dismembered, I'm not really sure I need to be worried in the first place. Yeah, probably not. You're in love? But it's not her route, unfortunately. My head throbs like I have a fever. I'm so tired I can barely breathe, yet here I am, more worried about her than about myself. Maybe I really am coming down with something. I mean, yeah, I would say the stress can cause illness, so maybe the stress of the situation, cause some illness. Two people reported injured, though fortunately no fatalities. Yeah. I guess I was tired enough to pass out right here on the floor. It looks like someone opened the curtains and covered me with a blanket while I was still snoozing. I'd wager it's past noon by now. Yeah, Arcueid decided to be a dummy. And start making food. The TV is switched on and playing the same old news in the background. I look to the bed, but I don't see Arcueid. Food. I prop myself up to get a better look around. There's a hint of movement coming from the kitchen in the next room. Trying to be a gracious host, it would seem. When she really shouldn't be. I shrug off the blanket as I lurch to my feet. I'd better head to the kitchen and check on her wounds. Fire, yeah. Yeah, that's... I wonder who did that. Definitely had nothing to do with us, right? Nah, for sure. I freeze in place. My gaze is drawn back to the newscast. Yeah, unaccounted for. Right. Yeah. The news anchor continues droning on about the details in a detached voice. A list of 200 names scrolls across a photo of the hotel we stayed at last night. Neither Arcueid's nor my name is listed. Yeah, totally ordinary for sure. Definitely nothing weird. I turn off the TV. 200 guests remain unaccounted for. They have yet to find any survivors. Yeah. If they already know what they know, why hold out on telling everyone the truth? I don't know, man. That every last person in the hotel was engulfed by those insane flames and burned to a crisp, leaving nothing behind. I resisted the urge to hurl. I can't. Not here. Not now. Simply feeling sick would make me no better than swine. After coming out of that alive, the only thing I should let myself feel is hatred. 200 people. 200 people of whom not a trace remains, who were massacred without a shred of sympathy or mercy. His face flares vividly in my mind. I don't know who he is. All I know is that he's the monster behind the carnage. Is my heart numb from all the things I saw? Fear still courses through my veins. Anger, too, coiling around like a snake. Yet my thoughts remain cool and collected. It's like my brain and my heart are working on two different frequencies. Just thinking about that fur-clad man makes me want to rage. Yet my fingertips tingle with alertness, primed for action. I don't need emotions to know what to do. I don't need fire or heat or passion. All I need to do is cleanly cut through his lines. Yeah, hold on to that feeling, Shiki. Arcueid pokes her head out from the kitchen. Don't worry about it. Arcueid talks to me casually, like nothing happened. I mean, for her, this is pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, 別に。
Morning.
おはよう。朝の挨拶をするなんて珍しい経験で。
That's sad. Her sweet smile takes me by surprise, and I need to swallow hard to even out my breathing. The cold thoughts of vengeance that clogged my mind melt like snow before the sun. What am I even thinking about? Get it together, Shiki. The whole reason you got up in the first place was to check on Arcueid.
Arcueid, 傷はいいのか?
傷?
Nah, yeah, remember last night?
とりあえず問題
Or
な
I
い
guess
わ
this morning, technically. Arcueid seems to be just fine. Give it a minute. It looks like she's back to the way she was before. If anything, she's definitely looking better than I'm feeling right about now.
そうか。それならよかった。
Yeah, no, he noticed it though. Or did he? Oh no, I guess it's later. At least the person in my immediate vicinity is safe. Yeah, sure. What the hell am I talking about? Arcueid's not even a person, at least not in the usual sense. That's kind of fucked up. How did I forget that? I must still be half asleep.
でもまあ、いいことには変わりはないよな。お前の傷、大したことじゃなかった。
Right, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, not bad.
どうしたのよ、シキ。ちょっと前までは私のこと化け物呼ばわりしてたくせに。
Well, he's kind of a tsundere. You know, not.
ちょっと前までじゃなくて、今でもそう思ってる。でもそれとこれとは別問題だろう。
I would say
助けてもらったら感謝ぐらいはするさ。
I would give her more credit than just more or less. Like,
助けたって私がシキを？
yeah, kinda, a little bit. Arcueid's eyes are wide with surprise. Did she not even realize she rescued me?
そうだよ。お前は俺を助けてくれたんだよ。
You're a bona fide hero, Arcueid.
だから、今更だけど、かばってくれてありがとう。お前に引っ張られなかったら、俺も焼け死んでいたところだ。
ありがとうって。別にいい
I
よ。
mean, that's true. You are the reason, but
シキがブローブと出会った原因は私にあるんだし、シキに感謝される資格はないもの。
but I mean the whole. I mean, you were intending on using us as a human shield, and you ended up shielding us. So I mean, you know, I don't.
助けられたのも事実だろう。アルクエイドは俺をかばってくれた。
Yeah,
その点だけは本当に感謝してる。
just take the appreciation, Arcueid.
確かに事実だけ見ればそうだけど。
Arcueid, please.
やっぱりそれは違うよ、シキ。見張り役を引き受けなければ、あなたはあんな目には合わなかった。シキの生活に毒を混ぜたのは私よ。あなたは私を憎みこそすれ、感謝するのは間違ってるんじゃない？
Arcueid, humans are fascinating creatures, okay? They're very complex emotions and all sorts of stuff. You know, just Arcueid's gotten weirdly caught up on this.
間違ってないよ。
Well,
自分の行動は自分で責任を持つしかない。ずっと昔にそういうことを教えてくれた人がいたんだ。周りがどうあれ、自分が望んでやったことは自分の手で決着をつけなさいって。
Which is why I don't hold the slightest grudge against her over the whole guard thing either. If there's anyone to blame for getting me into this mess, it's myself. Yeah, you did murder her. Everything kind of comes down to you.
シキが私を殺したからだものね。なら、あなたを巻き込んだことについて、私が謝る必要はない。
No, the second he raised his knife against you, he involved himself.
ああ、そういうこと。自業自得なんだよ、今の俺は。
自業自得か。仕切ってば初めから運が悪かったのね。
Yeah, it's not great.
人を殺すにしたって私以外の子にしておけばこんなことにはならなかっただろうし。
あのな。
That's assuming I would have killed someone else at all. It's not like I make a habit out of stalking people down the street and murdering them. I would hope not. Arcueid was the first and only person for whom I ever felt that uncontrollable urge to kill. And I have a feeling I wouldn't just feel that for anyone else. So... okay.
何？忘れ物でも思い出したの？
いや、忘れ物というか、なんていうか。考えてみれば、どうして俺は お前を殺そうなんて思ったんだろう。
It's that Nanaya blood. Arcueid knits her brows in disapproval. A fair reaction. You wouldn't want to hear that your murderer doesn't even know why they killed you.
理由なんてないんじゃない？だって四季は根っからの殺人鬼なんだから。
No, not really.
は？
Misunderstanding.
私を襲った時なんてすごく手慣れていたものね。
It's complicated.
チャイムを押して扉が開いた瞬間に手を差し込んできて、有無を言わさず中に押し入る。
Which, yeah, it is weird though, right? Like, okay, having a propensity, you know, like a talent for, I guess, murder, assassination, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, sure, the talent runs through his blood. But yeah, for having never practiced it, it's still, I don't know, it's still weird how efficient he was. I don't know. Like, I understand the whole having a talent for that sort of thing, but being able to do it, like, flawlessly on the first try is still kind of weird. Like, you'd think he'd I don't know.
こっちが驚いている間に狙撃で生命活動を停止させて、あとはザックザクに切り裂いてバラバラにする。
It's weird.
うん。あの不意打ちは完璧だった。
Thanks?
どのくらい完璧だったかっていうと、あの時の指揮をそのままキャンバスに閉じ込めれば、それ以上はないほどの絵になるぐらい完璧だった。
I don't know if us murdering you, like, perfectly is, like, should be a compliment or not, but okay.
私がまだ正常なままだったら、お城に持ち帰って飾ってあげたいぐらい。
I'm glad you appreciate it, I guess. Arcueid excitedly rattles off a litany of bizarre praise. But there's just one issue.
けど、今回は殺した相手が悪かったわね。
Yeah.
四季が今まで何人殺してきたかは知らないけど、獲物に私を選んだ時点で年貢の納め時だったんじゃない？
See, Arcueid, that's the thing, though. You were the first.
何よ、さっきから怖い顔して。言いたいことがあるならはっきり言えばいいのに。私とあなたの間で今さら我慢することなんてないでしょ？
Yeah, no, fair enough. How right she is. I nod and beckon her to come closer.
何？内緒話？
Yeah, something like that. Arcueid closes the gap between us quickly, eyes sparkling with anticipation. I bring my lips to her ear and decide to say my piece.
あのな、アルクエイド。
何？
One, two.
そんなわけないだろ、このバカ女！
Yeah, no, it's, you were his first. Blush. My voice echoes throughout the apartment. I blasted Arcueid's eardrums with all the volume I could muster. Arcueid groans as she makes a big show of clutching her ear.
もう、あったまきた。突然何するのよ、四季。
You know, you kind of deserved it.
怒りたいのはこっちの方だ。なんか微妙にめちゃくちゃな注文してきやがるかと思えば、お前、そういうことだったのか。
Yeah, kinda does.
そういうことって何？
俺をイカれた殺人鬼だと思い込んで、化け物相手に盾になれとか見張りをやれとか、無茶な注文をしてきたことだよ。
いや。
ああ、もう、とんでもない勘違いをしやがって。いいか、この際言っておくけど、俺は殺人鬼でも殺人狂でもない。人を殺すなんて、お前が初めてだったんだ。
Okay, I mean, again though. Right, like, you can't really blame her for, again, because I mean, you were perfect in your execution. Like, you can't really blame her for assuming you were well practiced. My confession must have come as quite the surprise. Her sheer shock makes me finally realize how extraordinary it was that I murdered her.
嘘。あんなに手慣れてて、あれが初めてだったっていうの、シキ。
They had, okay, I'm pretty sure I said this exact same thing in Arcueid's route, right? But they had to, like, the way this lines sound. Oh.
ふん。それじゃあどうして、見ず知らずの私を殺したりしたのよ。
I accidentally bumped my controller into the desk and it. Hang on. This line, the way it's phrased and the way she starts blushing right before she says it, like, that had to have been on purpose, right? It had to have been. There's no way it wasn't on purpose. Like, no way. I was your first? But you seem so used to it, so confident. Like, come on, bro. Nah, that's right, I might have these weird eyes, but I've done my best to live a decent life, which is to say I've never, ever had the urge to kill someone by cutting through their lines before. Yeah. And why'd you kill me? Because you're a vampire. It's pretty much what it boils down to, really. I'm about to tell her I don't know, but pause as I realize just what a coward I am. Oh, wrong button.
あの時、俺は、
Uh-huh.
お前と街ですれ違った途端、吐きそうなぐらい気になって。
Uh-huh. From the second I saw her, I could only think of her snow-white form. I couldn't stop the lust welling up beneath my skin, nor the vulgar grin that crept across my face as I chased her down.
俺は、そのまま、気がついたら、君を、この手で。
Right here in this room, without any rhyme or reason, I chopped up that beautiful figure and stood in the puddle of her bloody remains.
そうか。
Strength evaporates from my body. No longer able to stand, I dropped to my knees. Of course, I don't have any right to be angry with Arcueid. Even if she's alive now, even if she was never human to begin with, the fact remains that I killed her with my own two hands.
何よ、またいきなり黙っちゃって。
He's kind of having a crisis right now, Arcueid.
そうかって、何がそうなの、シキ。
だから、ごめんって。
I mean, you already kind of did back in the alleyway. I've been using how weird this all is to avoid doing something incredibly important.
ごめん。ごめんな、アルクエイド。俺は、君をここで殺した。俺は何より、そのことを。
I mean,
一番最初に謝らないといけなかったのに。
Well, to be fair, I guess in the alleyway he expressed regret. I guess he never actually said. Did he say the words "I'm sorry" in the alleyway? I don't remember. I don't think he did. No wonder Arcueid thought that I was just some cold-blooded killer. Without showing any guilt or remorse. Well, no, but in the alley you... Oh, okay, whatever. I've been acting like I was the victim. Not just that. Even now, I still don't know why.
殺したのは事実なんだ。だから、俺は罰を受けないといけない。こんな人殺し、みんなの社会に混ぜるわけにはいかないだろう。
What I did was beyond evil. A person who decides to take a life without reason doesn't deserve to walk free.
そう。シキは本当に 自分でも理由がわからないのね。
Not really. I nod, still hanging my head.
つまり楽しいとも感じなかったってことでしょ。
When he came back to himself, no. But I'm pretty sure when he was still, locked in, I guess, he probably did enjoy it some. I don't know, though.
確かに殺人鬼の中には息をするみたいに人を殺すやつもいるけど、シキは普段はまともっぽいよね。
そうだな。一応そのつもりだけど。
いえ、まっとうすぎるぐらいまともよ。
Yeah, he could loosen up, huh?
それで殺したくなったのは私だけなの？
No, not really.
ああ、アルクエド以外にはそんな気持ちにはならなかった。
なんだ、なら問題ないじゃない。
I don't know about that. I don't know about no problem, but...
ほら、顔を上げてシキ。あなたは殺人鬼なんかじゃないよ。
Well, I mean, You sure? I lift my head as if I've been forgiven. Arcueid is smiling, brimming with such confidence and trust that it startles me. I killed her, but she believes in me more than I believe in myself.
それに何の罰も受けなくていいと思う。たまたまシキが殺したいって思った相手が私で、厄介なことにシキにはこれ以上ない殺人技巧が備わっていた。
Yeah, that's a way of looking at it, I suppose.
けど都合のいいことに私が吸血鬼だったんだから誰も死んでないでしょ。だからシキがそんなに悩む必要はないよ。人間たちの社会の道徳も気にしなくていいと思う。
Yeah,
人間にあなたは
he
断崖
probably
で
doesn't
き
see
ない。
it that way, but yeah.
だって今のところ世界でシキを責めていいのは被害者である私と当事者であるシキ本人だけなんだから。
それはそうだけど、お前を殺したっていう事実だけは
Then make it up to
決
her.
して変わらないじゃないか。
Like, help her and, just do your thing. Even if what Arcueid says is true. Even if there's no proof that any crime occurred. I'm still going to carry this sin with me forever.
それは当然よ。私だってまだ根に持ってるんだから。そう簡単に忘れられちゃ困るわ。だけどねシキ、ちゃんとあなた本人がそう思えてずっと後悔していくんなら問題はないんじゃない？
That'd just be cheating my way out, though.
シキ、人間の中にはね、どんなに世の中を恨んでいても悪魔に魂を売れない人がいるわ。例えば吸血鬼相手にごめんなさいなんて言える正直者とかね。
I mean, to be fair, from his POV, if he takes you at your word that you've never drunk blood, then you're innocent, so... Is him apologizing to you really that stupid, I guess? I don't know.
だから大丈夫。誰がなんて言ったってシキ本人がそうじゃないって言い切ったって、シキはまだそっち側の世界にいられるよ。
I'm at a loss for words. How can she say such kind, reassuring words to the man who murdered her?
ほら、そんなことより私たちにはもっと厄介な問題があるでしょ。シキの目も覚めたんだし、今後のことを話し合いたいんだけど。
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. For some reason, I thought this happened earlier, but no, it was after this talk. It's like someone flipped a switch. One moment, Arcueid is cheerfully chattering away, and the next, she's on the ground.
アルクエイド!
I rush to her side. Yeah, lift up that shirt. Show us what you've done. Uh-huh. Her breathing is labored and beads of sweat glisten across her brow. My eyes wander to her abdomen where the slightest trace of red has started to seep through her white sweater.
お前、この傷...
Yeah, it's not fully healed. That's the one she incurred while protecting me in the hotel.
グローブに裂かれたところね。 式にやられたせいで治りが遅くなってるだけよ。
Uh-huh, and show us what you've done in the meantime.
とりあえず傷口だけは塞いでおいたんだけど、あんまり効果はなかったみたい。
Her tone is still as cheery as ever, but I notice an undercurrent of pain shuddering around the edges.
塞いでおいたって。
You know how it is. You know, duct tape.
それ。
Or packing tape, technically. Arcueid gestures at a brown object dropped haphazardly on the wooden floor. At a glance, I mistake it for a small ring cake, but upon closer inspection, I realize it's packing tape.
バカも休み休みにしろガムテープで傷口を縛るやつがどこにいるってんだ
A vampire that usually doesn't have to worry about dressing their wounds.
もう、あんまり人のことバカバカ連呼しな
I
いでよ。
mean, an idiot's an idiot. What do you want from him?
なんだか本当にそうなのかなって考えちゃうじゃない。
It's concerning that you don't already believe him, to be honest.
うるさいいいから傷口を見せろ
I reach out a hand to lift her shirt. And... yeah, she may be a vampire who hasn't really interacted with humans that much, aside from, like, when she's hunting other vampires, but, she still has a sense of shame. Arcueid quickly steps away from me, dropping backwards onto the bed with a soft thud.
ふざけるな傷口が開いたらどうするつもりだ
いいよ、こんなの放っておいたって。式こそバカな真似はやめてよね。女の子の服を剥ごうなんて人よりたちが悪いわよ。
Yes, Shiki, you pervert.
あのな俺はお前を人間として見てないんだから男も女もないだろ
It's fucked up. You saying vampires can't be women? It's fucked up.
いいからおとなしくしてろ俺をかばった傷で死なれたら一生負い目ができちまう
Arcueid pouts and glares at me for a moment, but ultimately rolls over the bed in my direction. Her lips still firmly shut, she gets back on her feet with childlike reluctance. She's sulking about it, but it looks like she'll at least let me take a look.
よしどんな手当てをしたのかちょっと見せてみろ
Yeah. Arcueid lifts her sweater to reveal her abdomen. Or where her abdomen should be. I have to resist the urge to go off on a tirade again. The tape is tightly wrapped around not just her wound, but her entire abdomen. The second she lowers her shirt again, I pull Arcueid up into my arms.
何するのよ、式。
Putting you to bed?
ベッドに寝かすんだよ病院に連れて行きたいのは山々だけど、そういうわけにはいかないだろう。
the doctors would probably notice something a bit odd with her physiology. I don't know, like maybe her blood cells would look weird under a microscope or something, and they would probably be concerned. I place her back onto the bed as gently as I can.
いいか、俺が戻ってくるまで絶対に動き回るなよ。
Hey, stay.
さっきみたいに歩き回ったら、お前のことなんて忘れてさっさと逃げるからな。
I quickly scan the room. Not a first aid kit or even a bandage in sight. Guess you don't need any of that when you can revive whenever you want to. And hell, this might be the first time she's ever needed medical treatment. Yeah. I feel around to check how much cash I have on me. 2,000 yen in cash. Not a lot.
いや、見栄を張ってる場合じゃない。
Yeah.
アルクエイド、お前金持ちだって言ったよな。
Kinda royalty.
お金には不自由してないけど、それ
I
が
don't know
何？
why. This angle they have her at where we can't even see her mouth. And she looks like she's just peeking over. It's like, I don't know, it's amusing to me.
現金でもカードでもとにかく貸してくれ。手当てに必要なものを買い込んでくれ。お前に効果があるかどうかはわからないけど、最低限の手当てぐらいしよう。
いいけど、 無駄かもしれないよ。
I mean, hey, you never know.
無駄でもやるんだ。そのまま放っておけるもんか。
Yeah, it could be the difference between life and death, you know?
わかった。私も体の作りそのものはシキたちと同じなんだし、それなりに意味はあるかもしれないし。
Yeah, maybe. Arcueid holds out a wad of 10,000 yen bills in front of me. I'm not even going to ask where she pulled this stack of bills from. Yeah, don't worry about it.
お前は黙って横になってろ。あ、でも眠っちゃダメだからな。横になってもちゃんと起きてるんだぞ。
I mean, I feel like in her case, she doesn't really need to worry about the whole, you know, dying thing because, yeah, okay, sure.
シキ、すごく無茶な注文してるよ、それ。
Yeah, I really don't. If anything, in her case, her going to sleep would probably heal her faster. But I don't know. What do I know?
無茶だけどやれ。眠ると体の機能は低下する。免疫力とか抵抗力な。なんで、傷が塞がっていないまま寝ると、ますます悪化するんだそうだ。睡眠で回復するのは頭の疲れだけで、傷や病気は治してくれないだろう。だから、
Okay,
とりあえず手当てをするまでは起きていた方がいい。
whatever you say, Shiki.
へえ。それってその通りよ。
あのさ、なんで笑うんだよ、そこで。
だってシキが頼りになるんだもん。
Yeah, if you were a human, that'd probably be pretty good advice. But, you know, you're not. She must have a screw loose somewhere. Yeah, probably. Definitely. But I keep from saying anything. I need to get back to the job at hand. I leave her bedroom and remove my bloodstained jacket before I head out. Time to go shopping. Wait, what? Something in the kitchen catches my eye as I head for the exit.
飯だ。
A rough approximation of food, yeah. Sitting on the table is a meal, or rather a plate of food. Maybe a mishmash of ingredients that would be more accurate. At the very least, I think it was something that was supposed to resemble food. This must be why Arcueid was in the kitchen earlier. She said she normally doesn't eat anything, so I don't exactly need to guess who she was preparing all this food for. Yeah, again, being a good host.
なんなんだ、あいつ。
I'm annoyed. I can't stay here a second longer. I dash into town, hoping to find something that'll help her heal. At least that was my intention, but it's not like I've ever given first aid before. I'll just buy whatever supplies come to mind. Disinfectant, gauze, bandages, and painkillers. Oh, and better pick up something nutritious too. Can't really go wrong with that. Thankfully, I'm not short on money. It might be my inexperience speaking, but it's better to buy too much than too little. It's not like I know what'll actually work on Arcueid. With that philosophy in mind, I end up buying every single thing I can think of. Honestly, not a terrible train of thought. Plus, if you have leftover stuff, it'd be good to treat, you know, wounds you may sustain throughout this whole ordeal. I mean, they don't end up actually using the rest of it, but, you know, that's beside the point. I ignore her carefree giggles and protests, and instead try to apply the gauze as delicately as I can. The wound's not that big. No, it may not be big, but it's at least 4 centimeters deep. A laceration across the abdomen like this would be fatal to any normal human.
こんなの全然大したことないからね。
Yet, that's all she had to say about it. Her organs already healed up somehow. Honestly, that part's freaky, so I don't really want to think about it too hard. Since the bleeding had stopped, all I needed to do was dress the wound, though the process wasn't as smooth as I hoped it would be. I wasn't sure if disinfectant would do much on a wound as big as this, or if it might actually be counterproductive, but in the end, I used some anyway, hoping it would help. I was a little afraid that Arcueid would thrash about from the antiseptic sting, but she sat through it quietly without so much as a flinch.
今何かしたの?
Yeah. I'm not sure if she's just thick-headed or indifferent to this kind of thing.
よし。
I apply the gauze to the wound and start neatly wrapping the bandages around it.
ちょっとやめてって。仕切ってはうますぎ。
We're not playing around, Arcueid. We're trying to help you. It's not playtime. Arcueid's gleeful laughter rings through the room. You don't flinch at all from the antiseptic, but the bandages feel ticklish. I ignore her till I manage to pin the bandages. I've heard that tightening bandages around a wound can stem bleeding, so I give them one final tug for good measure.
もう今のは減点だよ、式。
Hey, we're trying to make sure you don't bleed out. Even though you probably wouldn't be able to bleed out, but you know, whatever. Whew. Looks like I've done all I can for now. The curtains are closed again. I shut them when I returned out of concern for Arcueid.
さて、格好だけはつけてみたけど、どうかな?
Yeah, it's fine.
動けるか?
Probably.
アルクエイド。
ええ、動く分には問題なさそう。中身はまだぐちゃぐちゃのままだから満足には動けないでしょう
Yeah,
け
you
ど。
probably shouldn't.
そうか。ま、それはそっちの方で何とかしてくれ。俺は切るのが専門で、直すのは管轄外だ。
Yeah, you're telling me. You're telling me. I take a step back and sit myself down against one of the walls.
お疲れさ、もう寝ていいぞ。眠って力が戻ればすぐに治るんだろ。見張っててやるから、おとなしく寝ていてくれ。
うん、寝ても傷は回復しないわ。式も言ったでしょ。睡眠で回復できるのは疲れだけだって。私の場合ね、力は純粋な時間経過で回復するものなの。夜になればとりあえず普通に動けるぐらいには回復するわ。
Sure you will. She can tell me she's fine all she wants, but it tugs on my heartstrings to see her suffer like this.
いいから眠ってくれ。今のお前、話しているだけで辛そうじゃないか。
Yeah.
そうだけど、せっかく式が起きてるんだもの。眠るのがもったいなくって。
Sorry, it's a bit late at night. Arcueid sits on the bed again. She's in full-on chatty mode.
ったく。
Yeah, you gotta give up, Shiki. She's not gonna go to bed. There's no fighting it. I've still got some things I want to know anyway, so I guess we might as well talk for a while.
アルクエイド、昨日のホテルのことを聞いていいか?
そうね。やっぱりそういう会話になるわよね。私と式の場合。
Yeah.
昨日のあいつ、ブローブとか言っていたけど、あいつは一体何なんだ? 吸血鬼なのはわかる。仰々しい服とか、お前よりよっぽどらしかったからな。
Yeah, he's more your stereotypical, like, movie vampire. Then again, there were those blue flames of his that engulfed the hallway, but burned only humans. That's totally removed from my image of a vampire.
私よりらしいって何をらしいって。
Well, you're a young-looking, attractive girl, and, he's, you know, looks kind of middle-aged and wears those, like, 17th century, like, clothing. I mean, it's kind of, you know, yeah.
でも、確かに式の言う通りか。あいつ、体も崩れていないし、原理も小規模だったし、人間が思い描くオーソドックスな吸血鬼なんでしょう。あの炎の皮を除けば。
Yeah.
それだ。やっぱり お前から見てもあの日は異常なのか？
At
あいつ
this
はお前より強い。
at this very moment, yeah. They were at full power now. Arcueid heaves a sigh, tinged with annoyance.
そりゃあね、誰かさんに殺されてしまった私はあんな二流の人と戦いをするレベルまで落ちてるわよ。
Yeah, that's our bad.
今の私とブローブのスケールを比べるならあっちの方がやや上ってところ。
そうか。普段のアルクエイドならなんとか倒せる相手なんだ。
Oh, she would eviscerate him. not somehow. She would literally rip him apart.
なんとかって普段なら戦いになんてならない。
Yeah.
もう誰のおかげでこんな屈辱に耐えていると思ってるの？あんな祖になりたての見習い、本当なら睨むだけでぺしゃんこにできるんだからね。
Yeah, that's our bad. Oops. She's angry now. That said, I'm not asking how strong she'd be in a hypothetical situation. I need to know if she's able to defeat that vampire the way things are.
できないわ。今はブローブの方が上だもの。単純な
Yeah.
性能で下回っているんだから、無策で戦えば殺されるわ。
ずいぶんきっぱりと言うんだな。さっきはあんなに怒ったくせ
I
に。
mean, she's being realistic.
ただの事実よ。分かりきった話なんだから、予断も希望も挟まないわ。
Yeah. The impact of her words reverberates through my chest. It seems Arcueid is dead serious when it comes to fighting. Seeing her talk so coolly about death just reminds me that she's a vampire all over again.
まあ、
Yeah.
四季の言いたいこともわかるけどね。あの炎は確かに厄介だし、ブローブ本体の力も上司にふさわしいものだし、私に少しでもあいつの知識があれば多少の戦力差は覆せるんだろうけど。
Yeah, knowledge is power, as they say.
アルクエイドはあいつを知らないのか？
No, not really. How can she not know him? Didn't she come here to kill this Castellan in the first place? No.
私、吸血鬼に知り合いはいないわ。知り合ったということは次の瞬間に殺しているということだもの。今回みたいに顔を合わせたのに別れたなんていうのは特例よ。
でもあいつの方はお前を知ってるようだったけど。
Well, she's kind of a big deal.
初対面よ。私は吸血鬼たちに知れ渡っているからあっちが勝手に知っていただけ。他の吸血鬼たちも同様。基本的に私たちに面識はないから。
Yeah.
でも名前や素性だけは知っている。歴史を重ね得意な能力を保有する個体ほど名前が知れ渡るのは当然でしょ。ブローブはその逆。まだ名もつけられていない新参者なんでしょうね。多分祖になって200年ぐらいかな。
またその単語か。祖ってのは何なんだ？まあ吸血鬼たちの王様みたいなものかな。式には関係のない話よ。
Yeah, not really anything to do with you.
関係あるだろ。要は城主ってやつのことか。あのゾンビたちを操ってる親玉というか。
上司と祖は必ずしも同じじゃないわ。強力な人ほど上司になりやすいだけで、上司はいわば地方領主みたいなものなの。
Yeah.
祖はその上、領主たちを輩出するさらに上の吸血鬼。人たちの世界は27の勢力に分けられているの。27の国があると思えばいいわ。その国を統べる、あるいは国そのものとされるのが祖と呼ばれる古い吸血鬼、使徒の頂点に立つ者たちよ。
27 kingdoms and 27 rulers. Makes sense to me. I guess even vampires vie for power, just like humans do.
待てよ。 それとんでもない相手ってことじゃないか。
kinda.
まあそうね。ブローブはまだ未熟者だけど、それでもあなたたち人間から見れば災害と変わらない。昨日のホテルもそうよ。あいつは1階から最上階までやってきただけだった。人間なんて殺す気はなかったし、心底どうでもいい存在だった。
Yeah.
でもそれだけで人間は死ぬ。あの炎はあいつがいるだけで発生する呪いのようなものだから。
Yeah, he's pretty powerful. He just has to exist for people to die around him? Yeah. And he doesn't even care about humans? But doesn't that also mean that...
俺たちがホテルに逃げたから起きたことなのか。
Yes!
ええ。私がいたからブローブはやってきた。
Arcueid confirms my fears. Vlov's presence might have been what killed all those people, but we were the ones responsible for bringing that disaster to their doorstep. It'd be all too easy to blame Arcueid for everything. I'd have every right to do so as a human. She's just a vampire. She doesn't even care about human life. Vlov and her have that much in common. But then again, who was it that made it so she had to flee and hole up in a hotel somewhere? Yeah, it all really comes back to you, murdering her. Who deserves the blame here? The answer is simple. There's only one person responsible for getting these innocent bystanders caught up in Vlov's flames. Only one person is responsible for Arcueid's present state. I'm the person who killed her in the first place.
シキ、同じ間違いは繰り返さない
Yeah,
で。
don't do that to yourself, Shiki.
弱い生き物から消えていくのは当然のことでしょう。彼らが死んだのはいつの間にか自分の身を守れないように進化した人間という種全体の責任よ。
That's not really gonna help.
人が人を殺したというのなら確かに人間社会での罪になる。けれどこれは人間と人間外のものに起きた自然淘汰の一環よ。あなた個人の責任なんて思うのは傲慢だわ。
Is it though?
傲慢って俺が。
ええ、あなたが人間の代表ならそれでもいいけどね。いい？例えば山の話。そこには肉食獣たちのコミュニティがあった。彼らの食事には人間も含まれていた。そしてある日、その事実を全く知らない人間たちがやってきて、彼らを残らず自分たちの営みのために全滅させた。この場合、どちらに罪があるというの？人間から身を守れなかった彼ら？それとも彼らを皆殺しにした人間？
それは。
Arcueid's parable shakes me out of my self-loathing. It wasn't a fable she made up to comfort me, but one laden with scorn and disdain. The burden of guilt, the weight of life, something I and maybe humanity in general are overly concerned by. I understand what she's trying to say. In her story, neither the humans nor the beasts carry any sin. What happened was simply nature, the way of the world. The only fault lies with the species unable to ensure their own survival.
でもここは
The human world, a human city. This isn't a matter of humans being too weak or vampires being too strong. A city is a place where weaker humans can congregate for shelter and protection, to be stronger together. So it's fair for me to question my own responsibility in bringing a vampire into that sanctuary.
そう。私も間違ってたみたい。あなたは確かに殺人鬼にはなれない人ね。
Nah, he's too kind.
なんだよその言い方。俺が甘いっていうのか。
それ以前の問題。だからここではっきりさせましょう。シキ、あなたはこれからどうするの？吸血鬼と戦う？それ れとも逃げる？
Fight, of course.
好きな方を選んで。私はもう強制はしない。見張り役の約束は昨日一日で完了よ。
She's asking me what I plan to do next? Isn't that already obvious?
でも覚悟をして。吸血鬼と戦うということは人間の枠から外れるということ。あなたたちがどれだけ犠牲になってもそれを自分とは関係のないことだと思えなければあなたは必ず破綻する。それが間違っていると思うのなら昨日までのあなたに戻りなさい。それが人間という種の一番正しいあり方だから。
Arcueid's sharp gaze pierces right through me. I know what I should do. If I want any chance of living a normal human life, I should run. Out of all my options, distancing myself holds the best outcome for me. But what about Arcueid? What's best for her? No, I shouldn't be thinking about her. I should be putting myself first. If I stick around here, with her, I'll undoubtedly run into that monster again. He was out of this world. Not just as a vampire. Not just because of his flames. His very eyes were void of normality. That deadened stare bereft of emotion. Cold to all things. A creature who cares nothing for the lives of humans, or even those of his vampire brethren. There's no way I could face him again. Having nearly been killed once already, I know that fact in my very bones. I've got to refuse. I have every reason to. No matter which way I look at it, this entire situation is way out of my league.
Arcueid, 俺は
But is that really the right thing to do? I'd be abandoning Arcueid. Arcueid, the woman who's weak and unable to even move around properly. All because of me.
俺は
I'm just running away. Running away from the monster that mercilessly burned his countless victims alive. Without so much as a second thought. Can I really pretend that never happened? Forget what I saw and live on as the only human survivor without even a pang of guilt? No, you can't. I'm the only one who can see the lines of death. Someone important once told me I was given these eyes because there might come a time when I'd need them. So the answer is obvious. I might not be able to rid myself of my doubts and fears. I'm not even sure I'll be able to make a meaningful contribution. But what I am sure of is that I want to do something.
Shiki?
Arcueid, お前の話は俺にはわからない。どんなに相手が違う生き物だとしても、どんなに俺が無力だとしても、責任は同じなんだ。俺だから今さら自分だけ逃げるなんてできない。
Didn't mean to skip his dialogue. I sigh deeply and stare up at the ceiling. There we go. At least my resolve is finally rock solid.
吸血鬼を倒す。それがあのホテルにいて自分だけ生き残った俺が取るべき責任なんだと思う。
My affirmation is just as much for myself as it is for Arcueid. Arcueid sighs as if blaming herself for my decision. Yeah.
そっか。じゃあ私は何も言わない。
Yeah, if you did, he would just go looking for Vlav himself, and things would probably happen.
シキが一緒に戦ってくれるのは助かるしね。あなたならブローブなんて問題なく一撃で殺せるんだから。
If he could get close, yeah.
いや、それは無理だろ。あいつの周り熱くて近づけないんだから。それ以前にどうやってあいつを見つけるんだ？
We look around.
見つけるって、シキってほんと極端なのね。
I
逃
mean,
げないって決めたら、
はい
今度はこっちから攻めに行こうだなんて。
I mean, hey, you know, we we already decided we're not running away, so you know, may as well go balls to the wall, you know.
なんとなくそう思っただけだ。極端の化身みたいなお前に言われたくない。
私は効率重視なだけよ。
Sure, we'll
まあ
buy
いいわ。
that. Sure.
言っておくけど、ここからは持久戦だから。一番確実な戦法は、私の体力が戻りきるまで逃げること。あと3日もすれば、私の規模は3割ぐらいまで回復する。それだけの出力があれば、私一人でもブローブを倒しきれる。
But we can't exactly let him do whatever he wants for 3 days. So
3日？いや、でも。
yeah, the people will die.
ええ。その3日間、ブローブは野放しよ。あいつは地下に潜って人間から血液を補充する。それだけじゃない。あの様子からすると、夜の街を徘徊するかもしれない。
Yeah.
あいつ、正気が欠けていたし、姿を隠さないと教会に狙われるなんてセオリー、頭にないのかもね。
それはダメだ。あいつはいるだけで炎をまき散らす怪物なんだぞ。一日だって放っておけるか？
なら昼間のうちにブローブを見つけて殺すしかない。でもそれには反対よ。大まかな場所は目星がつくけど、睡眠中の人ほど用心深いものはないわ。今の私たちじゃ返り討ちになる可能性の方が高いもの。
Yeah, that'd be a problem. So, not like we totally haven't, walked into that said ambush before.
そんな奴の居場所に目星がついてるのに
Totally.
むざむざ見逃すっていうのか？
ええ、言ったでしょ。人間が何人ブローブの餌食になろうと、私には関係のない話だ。
Okay, yeah, you said that, but are you really gonna, expect them to really care about those words? I swallow hard. I understand what she's saying. If we're to play it safe, or even stand a chance at all, then it's better to wait for Arcueid to recover from her wounds and regain her strength first. But on the other hand, the more time we waste here, the more victims will fall right into Vlov's hands. I am going to search for Vlov right now. Okay, I'm gonna save. This is all gonna be one video. Maybe not actually. This is already an hour. Oh yeah. It's gonna be 2 videos. So next time, I know this was all recap. I know. I'm sorry. This is the second one in a row where it's been all, all stuff we saw in Arcueid's route. But next time we will get some new stuff because we'll go out during the day. We'll think about Inui's whole what he said about the south exit, and according to the dead end from Arcueid's route that we got before, CL should be there this time. That will go in with her. So that will be something new. I'm interested to see how that will go. Cause if we're there as a couple, right? Those guys will let us go through without knocking us out. Probably. Maybe they will knock us out, I don't know. But CL probably would, not prevent that from happening. So I don't know, we'll see. I wonder if we'll be able to save some people while we're... I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, anyway, next time, finally some new stuff. But yeah, I will catch y'all later. Peace.